I have said it before and I'll say it again. Having routines is absolutely life-changing. We know that our brain is most vulnerable first thing in the morning. And so a lot of people really push morning routines and talk about setting yourself up for success. And trust me, I have a very thorough morning routine that I love. But what I think that most people are missing is the value in having an evening routine and how powerful it is. You got to think about it. When you go to sleep and how you go to sleep determines how you wake up the next morning. Are you groggy? Are you cranky? Are you in a bad mood? And what if you could really shift your evening routine so that you woke up the next morning feeling empowered, feeling inspired, feeling well rested, feeling at peace, feeling content, feeling excited, feeling able to actually approach the day? It would be absolutely life-changing. And so today I want to talk about my evening routine and how you can begin to incorporate an evening routine into your life as well. Every evening before bed, I allow myself about an hour worth of time to really unwind. I don't sit in front of my phone necessarily. I'm not watching TV. I'm just allowing myself an opportunity to unwind from the crazy day so that I'm able to be well rested when it's the next morning. So the first thing I do is I read for 15 minutes. I am a lifelong learner and I absolutely love learning new things. And sometimes learning new things gives me ideas as I sleep. So I read for 15 minutes, whatever book at the current time that I'm reading. I do try to stay away from any Kindles or any ebooks or anything like that that will keep my brain awake. Research says that when we're in front of the blue light on our phones or on our laptops or computers, that is equivalent to running the block in the bright, daylight. And that's why a lot of people have a hard time shutting their brain down and getting a good amount of sleep. And so I allow myself to read so that I'm learning something new, but I don't put myself in front of a TV screen or a computer or laptop screen or a phone screen so that I'm really kind of slowing my brain down as well. The next thing I do is I tap. Now, I talk about EFT tapping because I absolutely love emotional freedom tapping. And if you haven't checked out my video, check it out. But basically, overall, EFT tapping is allowing you to release any negative emotions that you're holding or negative energy that your body is hoarding and to replace it with positive suggestions. So whatever emotion I may be feeling, overwhelmed, anxiety, stressed, or whatever it may be, I tap on that emotion so that it's not an emotion I'm carrying into the night and therefore into the morning. After I tap, I go ahead and I journal 3 things that I'm grateful for that happened that particular day. Now, we can talk about a lot of things that we're grateful for in life in general, but I specifically force myself to think back through the day and find the 3 things that happened that were good, right? Some days it's super easy. Some days it's extremely challenging. But on every single day, I allow myself to highlight those things because it's easy to focus on the negative, but I choose to be intentional about focusing on the positive. The next thing I do is I set an intention for my rest. Here's the cool thing. Our subconscious mind is always into play. Our subconscious mind is always acting. So right now, as you're watching this video, you haven't had to stop at any point and say, hey, blink, hey, breathe, hey, look at this, hey, think. Like, you haven't had to say that because your subconscious mind is always working for you. And another cool thing about our subconscious mind is it's a rule follower and it will go to task for you. So if you have ever had a very pressing question or something that you really want insight about or direction with, task your subconscious mind to work on that while you're resting. So sometimes I'll go to sleep and I'll say, show me how I can show up in new and creative ways for my audience. Or show me ways or ideas of different videos that I can create that people want to know. Show me creative ways that I can engage and collaborate with people. Show me new ways that I can work on forgiveness. Whatever it may be, I task my subconscious mind to go to work for me when I'm resting. I'm not sure how familiar you are with your subconscious mind, but it's a rule follower. If you give it something to do, it'll seek out opportunities to learn that. You can do that during the day. You can affirm yourself, your subconscious mind, and your subconscious mind will start to think of steps that it can take to get you there. So, when I was writing my very first book, I would say, I, Dr. Nicolia, am a best-selling author. And it was tasking my subconscious mind to find ways that I could become a best-selling author. And so when you go to sleep at night, you got to think you're resting for somewhere between 6 to 8 hours, at least I hope. you're allowing your subconscious mind to work behind the scenes on some things that you'd like to accomplish when you wake up. And now it doesn't always happen that next day or that next week, but as you continue to set that intention, you get into that practice, you get into the habit of really utilizing your subconscious mind and helping it to work in your favor. Finally, the last thing I do before I go to bed is I pray. This is so important. I feel like we have such a busy life and we have so many things vying for our time and our attention that it's easy to be pulled in a lot of different directions. But one thing I never want to put on the back burner is my relationship with God. And so I make sure to pray even when I'm frustrated, even when I'm mad, even if it feels like my faith is wavering, even if it feels like my faith is amazing, because I want to make sure that I'm grateful, that I'm thankful, and that I'm constantly in touch with God. I once had a pastor say, what if you woke up tomorrow with only the things that you thanked God for today? And so one of the things that I include in my prayer is gratitude. I thank God for the things that he's done. I thank God for the seen and the unseen, because I believe that relationship and being rooted and having that foundation is the only thing that's going to allow me to continue to move forward with success, with joy, and with faith. Overall, that is my nighttime routine for me, myself. Obviously, I have a different one that I do with my girls where we read a book and we pray and we do affirmations and things like that. But here's the thing. Evening routines are not difficult to create. You can look at your night, you can see how much time you're able to block off, and you can determine what things you need so that you're able to be well rested. If you're looking for any support on the journey to being able to create a healthy routine and allow yourself success in the next morning, check out my book, Devoted Dreamers. This is one of my best-selling books because it allows you to really be devoted to your evening routine to create a lifestyle of success. And it's great because it gives you writing prompts, it gives you journal prompts, it gives you things to think about to begin to instill a routine that works for you. Overall, a productive evening routine allows you to relax, to unwind, and to prepare for approaching tomorrow with more success. So I highly suggest that everyone have an evening routine. You can begin by ordering my book so that you can create it, and you can also start implementing some of the things that I shared that are a part of my routine as well. But overall, I want you to create a routine that works for you, and I want you to get into the habit of doing it regularly. I do my routine so consistently that when I don't, I can tell that something is off. And so I live by my routine because it has truly been life-changing. And that's why I want you to begin to incorporate some of these things so that you can put yourself in a position to unwind, to relax, and to prepare yourself for the success that you both deserve and desire. So I look forward to seeing you order your very own copy of my book, Devoted Dreamers. When you order, you also get a totally free training with it that you're not going to want to miss. So definitely check it out using the link below. And I look forward to seeing you in the training. And until next time, I will chat with you all later.